Hello, Oracle Database World. This is Justin, and in this Oracle Database YouTube video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to change the SQL plus prompt from the default SQL plus greater than prompt. So let's set our Oracle SID to finance. Let's make sure we're set properly. And let's connect our finance database via SQL plus. Okay. Now if we do a show user, we'll see we're connected as a sys DBA user, sys, and select name from the $sign database will reveal that we're connected to the finance database. Now, notice the prompt is SQL greater than sign. This is the default prompt right after Oracle Database Software installation for your SQL Plus client program. Okay, the SQL Plus parameter or setting which controls that is called SQL prompt, and we can return value of that by using SQL prompt show command. So we're going to do show SQL prompt. And when we do show SQL prompt, we will see that SQL prompt is currently set to SQL greater than sign and then a space. Okay, now that's the default. Now, there are, as we talk about in the SQL Plus variable videos, there's a group of system variables, we call them, which are set by default in SQL Plus. And here they are. And as you can see, a lot of them have to do with the database itself. Okay? And there are two that we are interested in here. We're interested in the _connect identifier variable and the _user variable. So if we did a define _connect identifier, we'll see that that's currently set to finance. And if we were to do just like we see up here, if we were to do a define _user, we will see that user is currently set to sys, which is true. Okay, which we also see up here. Now we can use these. If you've ever been on a Unix system, particularly a Unix system, you'll in bash shells and corn shells and other shells like that, is that we typically, us sysadmins, would typically like to change the prompt to be the username at system name and even the PWD, the working directory, the present working directory where you are in the file system directory tree hierarchy. Okay, so you don't have to type in ID or host name or PWD to remind yourself where you are. All you have to do is look at your prompt. It's always on the screen. Okay, now we don't have to worry about any directory tree hierarchies in Oracle. Okay, but we would like to know what user we're connected to the Oracle database as and what instance we're connected to without having to issue a show user command or to do a select instance _name from $sign instance or select name from $sign database query, every couple minutes to remind us where we're at, especially for switching between databases. So, that being the case, we can set the SQL prompt similar to the bash or corn shell or other shells in Unix and Linux systems to display the current user that we're logged into the database via SQL Plus with and the current database that we're connected to, the name of the instance. So that's done by utilizing the predefined system variables _user and _connect identifier. Okay, and we set it with the following: set SQL prompt, okay, base _user single quote at single quote _connect identifier greater than sign. Okay, we do that, and bam! As you can see, our prompt has been changed. So we do a show SQL prompt, and we will see that it's been changed to _user single quote at single quote _connect identifier greater than sign. So that is our prompt. Okay, no matter how many times hit enter, that's our prompt. Now the nice thing about that is, okay, it's showing us the user we're currently logged into and the database instance we're currently connected to. That if you wanted to switch users, you could connect system. The default password for the system is manager, and it will change as well. So as you can see, the prompt said sys here, but as soon as we connected from sys to system, as soon as we changed users from sys to system, the sys string in the SQL prompt changed from sys to system. Okay, And if we were to disconnect from the database instance totally and just open an SQL Plus session, we would see that we would just have at and then greater than sign. And of course, because SQL Plus variables are user-defined variables, are not defined to be persistent. If we log back in, we'll note that we're set back to our old SQL greater than sign prompt setting. Okay, that's how you change the SQL Plus prompt, and I'm sure you can see how very useful that can be. Thank you.